Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about 8 tips and tricks and some things you might not have known about here in Grand Theft Auto Online. So the first 3 or 4 things we're going to be going over today all involve the Oppressor, and the first thing we're going to be talking about is how you can actually not pay for someone's insurance. So we've touched on this in the past, that the insurance on the Oppressor is steep. It's $20,000 if you end up blowing someone else's up, which is pretty pricey for someone that has the ability to fly around and shoot lock-on missiles at you. I've said Rockstar needs to tweak this, as it's impossible to fight back without punishing yourself. Well, one way you can fight back without punishing yourself, or punishing yourself 20 times less, would be to place a bounty on the player you're trying to go after. So what you want to do is obviously identify the player that is bugging you on an Oppressor, and this can work for any of the new weaponized vehicles like a weaponized Tampa or an APC or the half-track Dune Loader, but the Oppressor seems to be the most popular, so that's the one we're going to be using for this video. Place a $2,000 bounty on them. Remember, 1,000 of that cut is going to go to Lester, so what you need to do is place the bounty on them, and then you're free to kill them. And what's great about this is when you kill them, you'll actually get $1,000 back, which means you'll only spend $1,000 to kill this individual instead of the $20,000 that you would get, because guess what? Now you don't have to pay for the insurance on the bike. So this trick is incredibly useful if you come across someone that's pretty pesky and is bothering you and is flying around on an Oppressor. And if you want to challenge them back, just put a bounty on them first and you won't have to pay the insurance fee on their bike. Now, if you want to take this one step further, what you can do is actually start one of the VIP missions like haulage, where you actually will have, I think it's 30 minutes of basically time where you won't get wanted levels and you won't have to pay for insurance, which is great. So Rockstar have limited this a little bit, as you can only place bounties on players. I think it's once every 48 minutes. I think it's the exact same amount of time in which you can sell vehicles in online. But regardless, this tip is pretty cool. So if you want to work around to not pay for insurance on someone that's griefing you, this is a great strategy in which you can do that. Okay, I saw this pretty cool tip by user Smokey the Bear, and this is something that you can do that's pretty fun with the Oppressor. So what you want to do is grab your Oppressor, and then you want to grab the gasoline or petrol container. You can actually get this from the ammunition store, so if you don't have any, that's where you want to go. And then what you want to do is start drenching or pouring your Oppressor bike in the gasoline. And what you're going to do is you're going to douse it all over, get it all over the bike itself. And then what you want to do is get on the bike and then take off. Use the jet. And what you'll notice is that you literally turn into a giant flying ball of flame when you hit the boost. Now, this is actually pretty cool because it seriously looks like you've got some sort of super boost feature on there. I mean, it's about 15 times bigger than the normal boost that comes out of the back of the Oppressor, so it looks really awesome. Now, I also recommend that you do this in front of a ramp. That way you can either glide in the air, you can do this pretty cool. I didn't mess around with like driving somewhere and then using the boost. I always used it from where I poured the gasoline, but this is pretty awesome. Sometimes you will die, so you might want to jump off early enough if you don't want it to explode your bike, but either way, I think it's pretty awesome. You honestly look like you're just a crazy person that's on fire. Kind of a combination of Evel Knievel and the Ghost Rider, honestly. It looks so awesome. So try this out for yourself. This is something you can really do that's a lot of fun with the Oppressor. And it looks even better at night and with the Rockstar editor on. So I was doing this during the day just because that was what time of day it was when I started recording. But at nighttime and with the Rockstar editor, this thing looks absolutely awesome. So you've totally got to try it out for yourself. All right, the next tip I'm going to show you, which I'll leave a link to everything in the description. So this user claims that they can actually make the Oppressor more light and more maneuverable. And when I saw this, I was like, that doesn't seem like it works, but it actually turns out it does. And the way you do it is pretty simple. So what you want to do is start in single player or story mode. Now, once you're in story mode, what you want to do is simply turn on the Rockstar editor for 10 to 15 seconds. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You just want to make the clip long enough so that you can go ahead and edit it inside the Rockstar editor. So once you've got your clip, you're going to want to go straight to the Rockstar editor and then mess around with it for just a couple seconds. I think I ended up changing the camera angle. I honestly didn't do a whole lot, but once you've done that, you just want to back out of the editor, return to story mode, and then load back up into Grand Theft Auto Online. And what you'll notice is that the Oppressor should be a lot lighter, more maneuverable, and you should be able to glide a lot farther without having the bike dip down and return back to the land. So in the post I'll leave in a description, there's a lot of people that are vouching that this is true. I would imagine Rockstar will end up patching this soon, and it looks like it's just a really simple glitch that makes the Oppressor a whole lot better. So this could be useful for multiple reasons. If you're passive and just want to do some crazy stunts like flying from Mount Chiliad to Los Santos International Airport, or if you're interested in, dogfighting with the Oppressor and competing with jets, it's another way in which you can use this trick. So try it out for yourself and either let me know in the comment section down below or on Twitter. Does it make the Oppressor lighter? I thought this was pretty interesting. I noticed it a little bit, but it was also kind of hard to tell for me since I don't use the Oppressor bike all that much. All right, the next little fact is something that's pretty cool, and I never even knew this from the GTA series. So you guys probably know the Romero hearse. It's a vehicle in Grand Theft Auto 5, but it's been in the GTA series since Vice City. So if that name sounds familiar to you, well, you might recognize the name George Romero, who is actually the director of many famous films, including the Night of the Living Dead series, which was a zombie movie. And unfortunately, George Romero just passed away. Now, you also might know him from Call of Duty Zombies, where he actually made a cameo appearance there, and it was pretty awesome. So unfortunately, like I said, RIP George Romero, one of the greatest film directors of all time. Well, it turns out the Romero name is actually a reference to George Romero, and I thought that was pretty cool. And I also thought this was a pretty interesting opportunity to talk about that. So I thought that was pretty cool. The Romero can be found in online and single player at like the church and other various places. It's a pretty rare vehicle, so I thought that was pretty interesting. Okay, up next, you guys know that we just got the technical custom released into the game, and it came with a bunch of research items. Well, the Insurgent custom is going to be coming soon, and it has research items too. So thanks to Foxy Snaps, he was actually able to find what these are going to look like when we do unlock them, and you can see this is what it is right here. The first one is purchase the heavy armor plating for the Heavy Insurgent Pickup Custom at the Vehicle Workshop inside your MOC, and then the next one is the 50 caliber minigun. Purchase the 50 cal minigun for the Heavy Insurgent Pickup Custom at the Vehicle Workshop inside the MOC. So I've recommended that you wait until the Insurgent is released because it is the better of the two. In fact, Rockstar kind of even say it themselves that the technical custom is no good. This is a message on the in-game loading screen, and I'm fully aware that this is a joke, but they say, carrying technical custom, your favorite hillbilly death truck is back and worse than ever. Literally, it's worse. It's just more expensive, and it offers nothing really all that much better about this vehicle. So I thought that was funny, that they literally say it's worse, and in reality, it is worse too. Moving on to something else that's pretty cool from Foxy Snaps. You guys know how we have 4 standard window options. We have none, light smoke, dark smoke, and then limo. Well, it turns out that there's 2 custom window tints that you actually can't get in online without the iFruit app and another program called Charles. So the 2 custom options that are only obtained through that program are called green and crystal clear. And once again, this video is provided by Foxy Snaps. This is what green looks like, which is super green. Like, you can clearly tell that there's a shade of green on there. And crystal clear is very clear. It's almost as if there's nothing there. You can see straight through it. Now, what's also interesting is the difference between none versus crystal clear. You can really see the greenish blue tint in none that really isn't there in crystal clear. So I wonder why Rockstar never introduced that into online. I thought that was pretty cool. Once again, I'll leave links to that in the description as well if you're interested in checking it out for yourself. All right, up next, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get a pretty cool outfit that can't be obtained any other way. In order to start this, you're going to need to load up the last MOC mission. I believe it's called Work Dispute. As soon as you get in, what you want to do is go over to Inventory, Body Armor, go down to Body Armor, and hit left twice. You want to go from super heavy to regular heavy. And you'll notice the outfit we have on is pretty cool. It's this black jacket with a nice black tactical vest and these red joggers and a red Deadline suit helmet. Well, you can't actually get that in free mode unless you do this. Now, once you've done that, all you need to do is simply fail or finish the mission. And once you do, go back to free mode. And once you've done that, the outfit should be available on your character. And then what you need to do is just go to a clothing store and save it. And you'll have this pretty rare outfit, like I said, with the red joggers, the black jacket and tactical vest, and the red Deadline helmet. Now, the helmet can come on and off as that's available for everyone, but the outfit will remain, and it is pretty cool. So that's another thing that you guys can use to make your characters that much more creative in Grand Theft Auto Online. And the last thing we need to talk about today is some pretty cool cut content. This comes from Wild Brick. He says, Grand Theft Auto Online had an award called Putting the Sneak to Sleep, which had you kill a cheater. The reward was a Trust No One tattoo. So this tattoo became the reward for the car bomber, but that's pretty awesome. Rockstar originally had plans for you to be rewarded for killing a cheater. Now, I want to say the reason why they cut this is because that would have been way too difficult. Number one, how do you identify a cheater unless Rockstar identified them themselves? Number two, cheaters are likely modding, so they might be invincible or god moded. Regardless, I still think that's pretty awesome, and I like the fact that that was something that Rockstar wanted us to do. And I also think it's funny that Rockstar was like prepping for there to be a lot of cheaters into the game by having this reward for our character. So I thought that that was pretty awesome. And once again, I'll leave a link to that in the description. But anyways, that's all I've got for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy just a couple of awesome tips, tricks, and things you may not have known about here in Grand Theft Auto Online. If you did go and enjoy this video though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.